Hi folks, welcome back to Dave Does Outdoors. Catching a little wild camp, little solo plus a half, Audrey. Up home territory again. You can see behind me you've got like West Lomond in the back, spreading across Fife again, so home territory, which is great. And then we're going up there, pitch somewhere up there, but a couple of these spots of rain already in the wind. So, but as they say, as Corporal Corner says, if it ain't raining, you aren't training. So pretty typical. If we don't get wet tonight, I'll be surprised, but so far so good. So we're doing a wee hop. No fire tonight, not much cooking. I've got a new Thermarest mattress to check out, to show that. Coffee in the morning, working tomorrow, quick hop, few hours Zeds with the wee one, and then back home tomorrow. So a nice little midweek solo. So nice to be out in the fresh air again, and so far the weather's holding up. It's looking really nice. So thanks for joining me again, guys. It's I think 2 or 3 miles. It's not far. You can see where the path meanders into the distance, and then you curve round the back of West Lomond. You can see a few folk at the top. I think on a night like tonight it's going to be quite quiet. We'll camp somewhere fairly exposed, but I'm not sure. We've got the Vango Nevis 200, so it's not built for high winds, and there's a bit of a weather front coming in, so we'll just see. There's probably, some pitches kind of lower down, interesting kind of rock on this side on the left there, so I'm not sure. We'll see what the weather's like when we get up there, and I'll have a wee bit of an explore and try and get a decent little pitch. So yeah, just nice to get into the fresh air and stretch the legs again, and good practice for my winter hikes. I've got a new tent ordered, I think, already, for a bit more suitable for snow and weather, so that should be exciting. Hopefully all going well. That's the rain coming on, so I'm going to press on. So the path forks about here. You can go to the right, or you can go straight up. So I think I'm going to go straight up the front. That's the way that we used to go when we were younger, and then due to erosion they've tried to reduce that, but I think it's looking a bit better again, so that's a good thing. Sometimes we need to kind of change the paths and the layout to deal with some of the erosion and some of the impact, the kind of footfall and stuff, but it's looking good. It's quite still here, so I'm going to need to definitely get a wee bit of elevation tonight, otherwise I'm going to be bothered with the flies again. So, but all good. Past one walker coming in, which is great. So, and there's a wee group at the top, so I'm not too sure what they're up to. So, but anyway, onwards and upwards. I'm not sure what the expression is, but something goes like breathing out your back end. So good leg workout. So if I'm serious about getting into some of the real mountains this winter, this needs to be a breeze. So, but it's not too bad. It's not very long, but you can see the kind of angle, but we're getting a wee bit of elevation, which is nice. And then you're going to get an absolutely stunning vista and view right across to Edinburgh direction. You can see the rain coming down. You can do kind of circular routes. You can go around these lochs. There's woods down here that I've explored, nice. But it needs to be cooler, because on nights like tonight, if it's still and you're near woods and water, the flies are a nightmare. Midges not so bad, but the flies killer. So, but anyway, yeah, less of the rambling and more of we're kind of going right to the top up there. So it's getting a bit windy. I've had my waterproof jacket on as well. Bit showery, but I think the top's kind of just about, yeah, there's the top cairn. It's nice coming up that side because you're straight on the the other path's kind of round the back, but you can see way up north, probably up to the Cairngorms, down to Dundee, St Andrews, so still fairly clear. Not overly windy as yet, but it is due to pick up, so I'm not too sure how we'll get on. Woo. Nice. Let's touch the parachutes. Coming up. You coming up? Let me get the rucksack off, get my parachute off. That isn't a parachute behind me, by the way. That's the waterproof cover for my rucksack. But if needs be, I'll just parachute off a hill. Wow, that is spectacular. Right, I'm going to tuck in my parachute and zip up my layer because it's a wee bit chilly. Hopefully you're hearing a bit of that, because it's quite windy. Made it though, and it's dry so far, but it's looking a wee bit. We're going to get squalls certainly on a regular basis. That's better. I've managed to put my parachute back, get out the wind a little bit. It's about 8 o'clock, so the lights disappearing so rapidly. I mean, it's kind of mid-August, and already in Scotland the lights starting to fade pretty quick, so I want to get a wee spot somewhere that's fairly sheltered. But yeah, absolutely fantastic view of Fife across the Forth. There's the Tay up to Dundee further north, so yeah, really nice. Right, we've come down off the top, but we'll go back up once we've got the tent set up. Got a wee spot. It's going to be a bit lumpy, but again with my new Thermarest, hopefully that will level some of the bumps out. I think this is going to be home for the night. Should get a bit of a top view. Don't know how long it's going to be light for, and I don't know how long it's going to be dry for, but we should be able to get a flattish space here, get the tent up, go back up the top, see what we can see. So I'm going to see if I can do a little bit of a kind of sort of magic trick. Abra Cadabra. Takes 5-10 minutes for the Vango Nevis 200 to get popped up. Doesn't take long at all. She's pretty chill, hiding behind the rucksack. Managed to get it up in the dry. Won't talk you through it, I don't think. You know the score. Check out my other video, and check out my other video for the Nevis 200, and that's the view. There's the girl coming to join me, no bother at all. Muddy footprints galore. Nice one. So yeah, I'm going to just get set up a little bit. I'll probably show you my new Thermarest. It comes with a dinky little pump for lazy bones like me, but probably not for taking up the hills, but it's a couple of grams in weight, so it's not too bad. So, and being a non-alcoholic beverage consumer, the weight that I'm saving in tinnies, I can carry luxury items like coffee percolators and Thermarest pumps, but you can blow up the Thermarest anyway, so there isn't that much kind of evidence around the moist air. I've had in a Thermarest for about 20 odd years that I've always blown up, and it seems to be intact. So, but yeah, made it. The weather's not too bad. It's holding off just now. she's all good in the hood, cool in the gang. She's actually getting really kind of used to getting out now. This is about her fourth trip, so she's doing really well. It might be a little bit of a kind of bumpy night, but we'll see. I'm going to get my thermarest up and my rucksack in, and I want to climb back up to the top, so we just kind of drop down a couple of wee shelves, because the Vango, it's a good wee tent, but tonight is due actually a bit of a kind of sort of wet weather front, so I don't want to kind of risk it. So, but all good. I'm not sure how much you can see because it's a wee bit dull, but just inside out the wind. So that's the little pump, dinky, cute. It's not heavy, it's got a couple of double A's, it's really light, but I'll do a review on that as well. This is an all season Thermarest Neo Air, and I would say it's at least twice, if not more than twice, the thickness of my old Thermarest. So I'm hoping it'll be warmer but also more comfortable. I was kind of feeling there wasn't much cushioning in my old Thermarest because it was one of the early ones, and it had about, I would say, an inch, maybe under an inch. This is a couple inches, so, and it's all season, so it's got an R rating of 4.6, which is pretty good. Again, picked it up on eBay, hardly used, so I don't have my glasses, but I'll try and give it a go. So this is kind of, you clip this open and I think it just starts, in fact it does, so it's quite, and then that just slots over the mouthpiece, make sure it's open, and there's a bit, it's not, it just slots in like that and slowly inflates it. Is it a gimmick? I don't know. Let's give it a wee go. I did it at home earlier on to make sure that the mat wasn't going to deflate, because there's nothing worse. So we'll give that a minute or two. I finished it off with my mouth earlier on, which is fine. Like I said earlier on, there's absolutely nothing the matter with that. So let's just check out the view a little bit from the tent. Audrey, don't go in just now, pal. You can see the weather, the rain. So, but we've got not a bad wee sheltered spot. We'll go back up to the summit before long. I'll get this up so you can see it's starting to inflate already. But yeah, not a bad wee spot. It's fairly sheltered. It's on a little groovy, so the wind should just whip round. It should go over the tunnel, I'm not sure. I've got some longer pegs on the main sort of bits, but I think having the single guys at each end is probably its kind of weakest spot, but we'll see. It's looking not too bad. Ideally the wind would be going over in that direction, but again you're trying to sort of set it for the view out, so I don't know, it's fine. So I'm going to pump it up, get set up, get a little spin to the top of the hill with a wee one, and yeah, but great. We've missed most of the weather. You can see right across up to probably the Cairngorms, so you've got the Tay, Dundee on Tay estuary up into the Cairngorms, so bits of weather coming in, but we're all good. We'll just hunker down, get some sleep, probably get wet in the morning on the way out, but are we bothered? Not really. So we're kind of settled, not for the night. Just sitting here chilling like a villain. and yeah, it's a bumpy pitch tonight. So, but the Thermarest, yeah, the wee pump, I ran out of time because it was raining, so it's okay. But the mat's good. I'll tell you how comfortable it is overnight. So, but you certainly feel a lot more off the ground than my other one. So I'm just sitting here, boots off, view. It's really nice to get an elevated view. So we're up a bit of a hill, which is cool, and I think it's going to be a bit wet. You can hear the rain, but and it's going to get gusty and windy as well, but we're okay. She's got a couple of blankets and tends to wear my hoodie overnight, so yeah, we're just chilling. We're not far from home, so it's not a big adventure, you know, probably 40 minutes in the car. Took us about maybe an hour to hike up here, so again, it's fine. So, and we're going to try and get up onto the top of the hill once the rain stops a little bit. So, but yeah, all good. Hope you guys are all good at home. What's new our end? School's going back. So Mia's back to school this week. She's going up to the big school, which is exciting, but good. Louis' birthday this week, so we're having all the kids over, which is cool. And yeah, I thought I'd just take a tiny little quick window to get an overnight. Audrey don't. Audrey loves licking. Audrey don't. She's had her supper. I like to keep her well fed because it keeps her warm. Audrey don't. It keeps her warmer if she's got a nice tummy full, so she's had her food and she's had a nice drink, so it's all good. Nothing much to report than that. It's an easy one tonight. There's no cooking. I had my tea before I came out. No fire, no cooking. I've got my stove for the morning. Hopefully we'll get a wee quick coffee before we pack up and head down the road. So we'll see how the Vango holds up. I'll probably put the storm, the connector goes across here and connects to this one, and it pulls the two poles together, so I'll probably stabilise that tonight. I think we'll need that. But other than that, we're doing alright. Hope you guys are getting out and about, enjoying some of the summer. It's been a really weird summer. Your kind of head's still stuck in March after all this COVID stuff and still coming to terms with all that, but I'm hoping everyone's getting on okay and getting through this and hopefully coming out the other end. So yeah, it's been an absolute nightmare, so but keep strong, keep positive, and we'll get through this together. It's the only way. So well, listen, I'll sign out. I'm going to hopefully switch you back on when we get back up to the top. The rain eases up, and you can see the clouds kind of going along below. That's well cool. So it's kind of low cloud. We're not that high, we're not even up to the top of the wee hill, so but that's nice to see. It's cool. Definitely get some weather tonight coming in. We'll see how the wee tent holds up. So thanks for tuning in again, and yep, give me a thumbs up, a like and a subscribe. Check out my Instagram page, by the way, as well, because we're doing a giveaway. I've been making a nice little gourmet food set, so check out my Instagram page for that. Trying to get a few more followers, particularly on YouTube. So yep, all good. Well, I wasn't expecting a little bit of the sunset. That is stunning. I wasn't expecting that with the clouds, and we're just behind this stone cairn. It's been really windy coming up. About 9 o'clock at night. I don't know how much you're picking up on the little GoPro, but that is spectacular. Oh wow. This is what it's all about. Getting out into the outdoors. Some fresh air. It's getting cold. I think we're going to be wrapped up tonight. She's got a couple of blankets, so. Oh wow. That is amazing. Through the kind of thick haze. If it wasn't cloudy and stuff, that would be absolutely spectacular. I'm going to sit up here for a wee while. It might clear a little bit. It's trying certainly, so. Love sharing this with all you at home. It's magic. And this little guy as well, Audrey, eh? Yeah, she was trying to get a wee sleep earlier on, about half an hour ago. Once we got the mat up, she was like, that's me, I'm away. I'm like, no we're not, we're going up to the top of the hill again. Wow. See all the rain and stuff sweeping across. Little bits of cloud blowing in sort of just here. We're just high enough as to get a wee bit of the cloud coming round us, so oh man, that is just amazing. We're going to get down. I'm not sure how much you're hearing. It's guy windy. We've said goodbye to the summer sun. What a place to see the sunset. Top of West Lomond with the small one. Loving it. And across this direction you can see like the clouds rolling in over East Lomond, and beyond that you've got Largo Law. These are all volcanic plugs run down this part of Fife. And then again you've got the sort of estuary of the Forth looking across to Edinburgh, and you can see right round. This is the Tay estuary up to Dundee. So a real vantage point. It's getting quite dark, but listen, I'm going to get down. I'll probably say goodnight once we're a wee bit more sorted in the tent. So what a trip though. Nice little midweeker. Spot on. Just what the doctor ordered. Blow away the cobwebs, get into the fresh air. And it's going to be a wee bit windy. I'm hoping the wee tent's going to hold up tonight. So, but we're down a couple of wee ledges, so we're not up here in the full exposed, but it's not too bad. I'd say just now 20 mile at the most an hour. I'd say maybe 15, so we're not too bad. So brilliant though. Right guys, I think I'm going to be just getting ready for bed. We were just up at the top there. What a sunset. Absolutely magical. The clouds coming in, and we're quite sheltered down here. It's going to be a bit blowy, but it's starting to get dark. It's about 10 at night. The clouds are sort of blowing in across, but what a view. Spectacular. And we should be okay. I've got my, this is the strap that clips in here to strengthen and tighten the two cross poles, so that will help a little bit. But we're not getting too badly buffeted about, so just wanted to sign out. And yeah, thanks again for joining me in this little one. She's going to be closing. I've got a wee bit of tin foil for her as well underneath her blanket, so she should be pretty sorted. Chuffed with the roll mats, feeling good so far. Vango inflatable pillow, good stuff. Sleeping bags about to get dug out, so I did a wee bit of a kind of kit review on one of their videos, so check that out if you want to know a bit more detail. But yeah, just slowly kind of upgrading, changing, developing. So I'm trying to head towards the winter. We're going to get a couple of my mate Mike was asking for a couple of proper winter trips, so we're going to upgrade the tent and get something that's going to handle the snow. So we're going to plan a few snow trips and get up north a wee bit. So a few things planned for the channel, so it's all good. And yeah, it's all about getting outdoors. Morning folks, that's about 6:45. And yeah, not a bad night. Windy, gusty, I'd say 25 or maybe 30, I don't know, quite big gusts. So, but the tent, we're fairly sheltered and we kind of withstood it not too badly. So not much of a view this morning, unfortunately. we are in the cloud. So the coffee's on. It's not raining, but it's due to rain, so I'm going to slowly have a brew. I think I've got a banana, that's it boiling, and probably just get quite packed up and get down the road. I'm not sure if I'll need to go up over the top. A couple of wee flies flying about actually, a couple of midges maybe, so we're not going to dilly dally. I'm going to have a quick coffee. I've been getting into the way of bringing this little insulated cup with water and then giving it to Audrey and me, and then once it's empty I use that as my coffee cup in the morning. And the good thing about that is that I can put the lid on it and maybe start getting packed up and just sip my coffee over the next kind of 20 minutes, and it's nice and hot, so it's good. And I put the windshield around. This is a 10 piece, and it's got these little you can stick those little pins into the grass. It seems quite stable, it's not too bad. First time I've really kind of used that, and the wind seemed to work pretty well. Stove's done well. Thermarest, the Neo Air last night, good, really good. I mean, I'm on proper bumpy ground. I don't know if you can see, it's really sort of tufty, rough, you know, so yeah, it probably wasn't the comfiest. With the wind as well, you're getting a lot of banging and juddering, but certainly a lot more comfortable than my original Thermarest, which is a good thing, and warm, well insulated, so you can actually feel. Another thing I did last night, because it was cold, I zipped up my mummy sleeping bag, probably for the first time, really quite tight, and I really got a sense of sealing in the heat in the sleeping bag, which was amazing last night, because I've probably come away with too little clothes. So, and Audrey gets my big jumper and her blanket, so I could have actually done with a kind of longer sleeved kind of layer to sleep in, but with it zipped up mummy style, it was actually really good. So another wee tip if you're out and it's getting cold, really get that sealed around your face. It seemed to work really well last. Right, I'm just getting packed up, but as you can see, the weather's a wee bit. She's having her breakfast, but just need to get the tent down and get packed up and head off. So it's just the back of 7, but the rain's starting, so I'm going to just like bang it all down. So you might get a little bit more of me, you might not. I'm not sure. It's a wee bit kind of all system. Okay, that's me packed up. Just the little footprint left, leaving no trace. You know, we need to be looking after the countryside. If you abuse it, we lose it, especially in Scotland. We've got a lot of really good privileges that we can get out and about like this, so we need to look after it and respect it. But that's me. Down, cloudy, rainy, not particularly nice morning, but I'm going to pack the camera up and head down. I'll probably say goodbye down at the car, but hope you've enjoyed the trip. It's been great. A bit shrouded in cloud this morning. That's us off the summit. I didn't bother filming the top because, to be honest with you, it was a real pea souper. You couldn't see anything, so I'm just making my way down the hill path. Couple of mile at the most to the car, so it shouldn't take as long. we're out of the wind and it's absolutely still on the other side. This was where the path forked and we went up the hill last night, and it's eerily silent. The heather at this time of year is in full flower. The purples, it's beautiful. You could be anywhere in Scotland or anywhere, it's like the mist rolling in, the atmosphere is, it's quite thick, not intense, but it's like, it's heavy, it's lovely. That purple is just like, it's like the Scotch, the thistle colour, similar to that. It's absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay folks, that's us almost at the end of this last trip up West Lomond. Hope you've enjoyed that. Still absolutely shrouded in mist. We've had a good time. Just a couple of thanks to my wife April and my family for supporting Davedoesoutdoors. Ian White's doing some music. He's an old mate of mine, so I'm trying to kind of edit a bit of music on. So we're getting there, learning something new every time we do it. So, but listen, I hope everyone's taking care out there. Things are slowly getting back to some sort of normality. So I hope everyone's keeping well and safe. And yeah, let's hope everyone's trying to get a wee bit outdoors, get into the fresh air, and take care. So I'll see you the next time. Remember to give me a wee like and subscribe if you haven't already. Much appreciate all your support. Take care.